Anxiety is real, and most of us know what that heavy stress feels like, the kind that keeps you up at night. The Bible talks about anxiety for a reason, and Solomon specifically discusses it in Proverbs chapter 12, verse 25, where he says, "An anxious heart weighs a man down, but a kind word cheers him up." Solomon acknowledges the weight of anxiety. It presses on you. It can affect your thinking, your decisions, your ability to function. Your whole inner world can feel under pressure. If you've ever experienced that, you know what I'm talking about. He validates that, Solomon does, and then he gives a remedy. He says a kind word can lift somebody up. Not the removal of every circumstance that's causing the anxiety, but a word, timely and purposeful, directed at the person going through that. Remember that Solomon, throughout Proverbs, discusses the power of our words. And here he's saying that our words have the power to lift somebody up when they're feeling weighed down with anxiety. But what about you personally? What if you're going through it? How do you address anxiety directly? Paul talks about that in Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7. He says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Now, at the beginning there, when he says, don't be anxious about anything, it kind of sounds like Paul is minimizing it. He's saying just, don't worry about it. But that's not what's going on here. He's giving a redirect. He's saying instead of carrying around your anxiety, take it to God through prayer with thanksgiving. And that thanksgiving part is important. If you've ever been in a stressed out state and you've gone to God and you've just begun thanking him for what he's already done in your life, it makes a huge difference. It gets your focus off of your current problems and on to God, who's helped you through the problems of your past. When you get refocused on the one who's always working it out for the good, that's where the peace comes in. The one that Paul says, guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. There's the whole guarding heart concept, again, that Solomon speaks about. God's peace will guard your internal world from the stuff that shouldn't be in there. And when it does, you remain in peace, even in moments that don't make sense. And that's why Paul says it surpasses all understanding. So Solomon is talking about how we can help each other through anxiety. And Paul is talking about what we should do if we're feeling weighed down with anxiety ourselves. Either way, having God's peace feels a whole lot better than carrying around anxiety. And the cool part is God is always willing to trade with us. A Proverbs a day, day 11, chapter 12. I'll see you on the next one.